who saw the 70 bebre na etimi ediaba. Me di bi ba, bigi di bi ba, kwakususu di bi ba. Edru sabre ya, makacho se transfers, updates, details wom. Emrene bana yetena se a analysis ne bebe nti we di transfers no, updates ni details no anye de ba, what is second di biaba. Di ayaboabo no yeso ye baba abesanim. Ken ma mention asem free Benjamin Sesko in sense no because enre nyumre nyina Manchester United supporters amani panda and no matter say Benjamin Sesko ko Newcastle omba Manchester United ana yedidi nkomo kakra wo ho de ten ye say as it stands now two clubs pana omo pe Benjamin Sesko Manchester United and Newcastle na between Manchester United and Newcastle no yes deep inside Benjamin Sesko onu ankasa team pa o pepa no Manchester United boboku no emfa ho se Manchester United embo Champions League omunko Europe ebeye Premier League FA Cup ni EFL no abrante ne de Manchester nie Newcastle nie de ope Manchester United boboku no ka ho bi ana Manchester United ema omo director of recruitment Christopher Vivel LED negotiation because one Christopher Vivel no onu no nim Leipzig boboku no because why adwuma wo hopen onim Benjamin Sesko onu ankasa because at the time Leipzig e kwakofa no na o ka ho bi ana onim Benjamin Sesko ni agency eye pro transfer for no et Manchester United for appointee Christopher Vivel say only the negotiation Benjamin Sesko eye no crest on Manchester United players mienu di nkomo te say na no de betu dwa no oni delete ana Bruno Fernandez edi nkomo amomaka chance oba Manchester United a ebebo mbobuku no Manchester United approach Leipzig for no after some Manchester United any pro transfer for ne kasa no Manchester approach Leipzig for ne say ye pese my branch friend say Benjamin Sesko ne befa no Manchester United any Leipzig di nkomo negotiate no Leipzig for ebo Manchester United 75 million euros plus add-ons a bit mako almost be 80 million euros. And Manchester United say sa is can was through into omonte so. E ho ne come Leipzig for koka say 75 million euros any add-ons no was through dia. Ade na Manchester United Enfeska and a Rasmus Højlund enka ho embefa Benjamin Sesko. So Leipzig for proposal to Manchester United say se muntimi ntua sa 75 million euros ne dia. Munfeska kakra na monfa Rasmus Højlund so embeka ho. Na beje Benjamin Sesko and Manchester United for decide say and commit my yes I do new krana enkoye separate dues say yentua musika mamo na mususu muntua Rasmus Højlund sika emayen omo mpeni say omo discan Rasmus Højlund entom person ye ni separate dues so negotiation course between Manchester United and Leipzig Manchester for the omo ogidie say omo nsa beka Rasmus Højlund Benjamin Sesko na no na enra yeda hwana story ne say peja say Newcastle for a contact Benjamin Sesko ni agency pro transfer for no na according to reports no yes Newcastle for no say dwane de Manchester United na edwana Newcastle for say ni nyina na say es kana Manchester United that propose di ama Benjamin Sesko ni nyina no Newcastle for no edi bia koka ho Newcastle for no a propose say Benjamin Sesko ne 5.6 million euros na oje no Leipzig no onbe double ne di ama no onbe ma no contract 5 years ekosi 2030 Sa Leipzig for 75 million euros na Manchester United for say omonte so no omo Newcastle for ni ready to pay 90 million euros e di ama Leipzig bobuku no enti Manchester for mpokra ne Leipzig negotiate for 75 no say omonte mbra form no Newcastle for ko hu pro transfer for no omo do maka che pro transfer for no say Manchester say omo ntimi ntua 75 million euros na dia omo Newcastle for you ready to pay 90 million euros e di ama Leipzig ana akra no 5.6 million euros no ombesa double no di ama akra no enti ama say yes pro transfer for no omo adwen asesa because as a Manchester slow na according to reports no ken won say Benjamin Sesko Slovenia ni na Slovenia reporters any journalists are more Slovenia report say yes say former Liverpool coach Klopp advise say Benjamin Sesko say emane nko Manchester onko Newcastle mum on say Klopp on ye head of global football Edema Red Bull and Leipzig under Red Bull and Red Bull omo clubs omo wiase nyina no they advise you no club. So according to journalists and reports are a free Slovenia ba no yes a former Liverpool coach club advise say Leipzig and Benjamin Sesko say so person develop here uncle Newcastle and man Manchester United by assistance now yes a brand here no on the family betena say no me decide baby betimi aboa no ontimi making the final decision pass say as to say obeko Manchester United and also obeko Newcastle enti obi a train Benjamin Sesko ne final decision ebeba bankofo so hu ne second eye krokro de John eye pro transfer for no a na handle Benjamin Sesko no omo pese Manchester United accelerate transfers no so ye train Benjamin Sesko ne final decision by assistance now ye see Newcastle for no so de omo bid e de akwa komo omo na Saudi ni Bruno Fernandez komo no mehu Saudi bebre na aba initially Saudi for ne ha Bruno Fernandez pa and oye se onko obetina Manchester United ema Manchester United supporters no obi ani je say Sesko krakawi u Bruno Fernandez wetimi a reject dia echese odo Manchester ken coach Oma Bruno Fernandez free Italy esaba Portugal ema ni football ni sabe pejae no Jorge Jesus the current coach of El Nassr at the time ana Bruno Fernandez was Sampdoria na nkofon se den hunu no Jorge Jesus ana na that time o coach Sporting Lisbon ana ma Sporting Lisbon for no ekofa Bruno Fernandez free Sampdoria ne ba Portugal the same coach ana say o coach El Nassr no ana waka kire Miguel Finho Bruno Fernandez akonto sa ye ni agent ente ye coach no coach El Nassr no ana air force Miguel Finho say omon convince Bruno Fernandez
ono na konta na ye ni agent.
Yes,
okay,
omon convince Bruno Fernandez na onsambra El Nassr bobuku nim already omakwa fa Joao Felix now it's kind of problem enti die hia ne say ometima convince Bruno say ombra enti coach no okofa ni free Sampdoria no edine ba Sporting Lisbon no ayebema Bruno Fernandez benya form no ono na say o coach El Nassr waka kire Miguel Finho say on convince Bruno Fernandez but Bruno Fernandez stance clear on free Manchester United on ko Saudi Manchester United ana ye ni future ana ye ni dachi bom pese omu bonus ketuo enti say baby akwa akwisi no na ken enkomo we ye di ken di pen say Barcelona omo right side omo right back no Hansi Flick assettle first choice Kunde na Kunde ni ho a we decide say Eric Garcia anebebo so Hector Font ni tikeka na eno na yese newly promoted side France Paris FC akobusa Barcelona say Hector Font no ombetima jamu amana be piem French League because omo Paris FC no afi na omatimi enya promotion aba French League anim enti omo pe players ombetim dia ba be compete na ma ometimi aka French League anim enti Hector Font no se Barcelona betimi aton ne dia ma Paris FC a Barca fo ne die wa udi ska beba ai ska ne be so Barcelona ani no ombetimi ja Hector Font mu so Paris FC fo no aba say omo pe Hector Font it's up to boy no any Barcelona say omo ne Paris FC fo no betimi negotiate Chelsea player friend say Christopher Nkunku Christopher Nkunku ni agent Pini Zahavi no opetim kese e de ama Christopher Nkunku Chelsea ama boy na ya aware say ombeton boy no na initially Pini Zahavi ekohu Inter Milan for say anko the boy na ba Inter Milan ana Inter Milan for communicate che Pini Zahavi say omo main target Ademola Lookman omo wi Ademola Lookman e be den say ombetima call another player ho by assistance now Ademola Lookman ni interview no aye bibia wo ho eno na say Inter Milan asa akofre Pini Zahavi say omo mbra no mo negotiate for in Christopher Nkunku because Ademola Lookman deal no aye bibia wo kakra so assistance now Inter Milan after say Pini Zahavi e offer Christopher Nkunku de mo a omo ka so omo hwa Ademola Lookman no Inter for asa afre Christopher Nkunku ene Pini Zahavi say omo mbra no mo negotiate Inter Milan for ebehia roof agency for no weekendi no match how we metima convince Atlanta for bid bi omo de bekobia no Atlanta for si esua and you say no more say Ademola Lookman anye ya eye team my friend say eye Inter Milan ebetwe Christopher Nkunku enra ana yede eye Isak story ne ba bebre ken se minim se enra nwumro hu bi say yesi Liverpool for emfa second bid nko Isak biema star story ne ba intina Liverpool for ni busa say no kra bi wom say Liverpool for MBD biema na de tie ne yesi after say Newcastle rejected Liverpool for first bid no sa first bid no mo rejected no eno nche say Liverpool enko for second bid Newcastle for Liverpool for conditions and sa no metimi accept bid no conditions ne ba ko ye say ombenya replacement for Isak the etoso omo pe 150 million pounds and the conditions are Newcastle for setting edema Liverpool for no at the frontier Liverpool for ebe hold on for now ne say omo twen ama Newcastle ayo mo next move say Newcastle for enya new striker ni manimu ya Liverpool the second bid ne be ko ni manimu ya by say Newcastle for enya omo striker omo pa and Liverpool for be prepare sa is kana na wo kan 140 million pounds no e de akwa akoma Newcastle for so Liverpool for second bid no e be depending on the next move of Newcastle so munya striker ni manimu ya de Liverpool for e de second bid be ko ni manimu ya se omenya striker ni manimu ya Liverpool for e de 140 million pounds no e be ko omo second bid on say Ramon Plains na eye enkane Barcelona eye omo director of football eye ne time ana Barcelona for kofa Ronald Araujo de buy na at the time ana papa ne ye director of football de ma Barcelona no eye ono ne ka che Barcelona mpanyim for say Ronald Araujo na Barcelona akwa sign no a o leading negotiation a ono Ramon Plains no Barcelona akwa sign no obeye the next Puyo the next Gerard Piqué Bernabeu of Barcelona entina u penipa ba kwa owo gidie pa ho Ronald Araujo mpa na eye Ramon Plains say on na director of football Edma El Ittihad na El Ittihad boboko no say on person mu ya no so dominate Saudi league no that's the reason why omokofa N'Golo Conte omokofa Benzema omokofa Fabinho omokofa Danilo na papa ne decide say omo team na person omo hye for the new season no departments ni nyina ne sim say omo quality ho bebre by baby omo lake kese pa no the center back defense so enti omo ne El Ittihad for no plan say omo betima akọ Barcelona no omo the bid akọ Barcelona say omo akọfa Ronald Araujo enti interview na so a Ramon Plains ekoye interview say one of the best defenders we are see Ronald Araujo ni nyina na say El Ittihad for no plan 60 to 70 million euros for brand friend say Araujo enti omo de kwa akọma Barcelona say Barcelona betimi accept ya na Araujo aba be ka Benzema ana N'Golo Conte ho ebe eche ezeni Arsenal nkomo no Ken Arsenal transfer committee no SAD nkomo biem omushi Ateta na Ateta ka kiro mo say ebe eche ezeni anani abre nso bebrebe no ohia na as a number 10 player enye left winger enti se Arsenal pokra sa asan ebe eche eza Ateta say o say per left winger and the left winger no or specialist left winger na ebereche eze no Ateta hu ni so oye number 10 player and say Arsenal boboko nim no they operate as the number 10 the prime mover no akwa Martin Odegaard nko a say we call left wing right winger omo obe 2 players or positions bi omenya be 2 players by Martin Odegaard position no omo nhede nya obi obema Martin Odegaard competition enti ono Ateta no at the current person Arsenal transfer committee ebo mo ho modern kofa ebereche eze ni nyina na say o person ode ne bebo number 10 na wasape a specialist left winger enti omo hwe say Crystal Palace ebete bo ne so se omo te bo ne so say kukuro ebereche eze ba onko yusu no as a left winger obe yusu no as a classic number 10 enti wakache Arsenal transfer committee no Trabzonspor e wo Turkey last season omo di 7th on the league log e wo Turkey Super League no na omo ni 1692 agency kasa 1692 agency no omo na represent Raheem Sterling na Trabzonspor for any agency na kasa no omo de omo so omo ni problem because Chelsea akatch omo say on person omo ton Raheem Sterling enti say Raheem Sterling beja to no about Turkey Super League ne dia omo 1692 for omo ni problem enti de here na say Trabzonspor for no ebetimi ne Raheem Sterling akasa no ma convince Raheem Sterling na Trabzonspor for no person Raheem Sterling ebe the face of the club eti say Galatasaray Victor Osimhen and akoye the face of the club no Transport 4% Raheem Sterling ebe the face of the club and on again on say Raheem Sterling no pay obi obetime tua ne salary ne kese de ama no ana me say me kwa hwe Transport 4 no omo salary no wages no duoje kese pa ye Stefan Savic oje 5.3 million euros me hu sa de na me hu say sa de we entimi mba because Raheem Sterling sika no oje no ebe den so better say sika no so Transport 4 so pay Raheem Sterling na it seems say Jose Mourinho ne Fenerbahce de ekosoro from one person who sign Real Madrid player this season. Fenerbahce di kan ko Brahim Diaz ho eme ye bekan. Omo ko David Alaba ho ya beka. Enu aye ka Fenerbahce Jose ene Rodrigo die no. Ene ye sore ya Fenerbahce say omo say Pedani Ceballos e de free Real Madrid. On say okwa Real Madrid midfield na Alonso list no Madrid midfielders no omo a say omo ye untouchables no eye Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham, Freddy Valverde ana Ada Goulet say Kamavinga ne Brahim Diaz kra no omo nche na enyo obi a Alonso ye ka untouchables na odi omo ka ho Dani Ceballos kra de it seems say Alonso nche dem feeling sa e ka ho bi na Dani Ceballos na opese okọ Real Betis no me ne wo ka say Jose Mourinho ene Fenerbahce aba say omo pe Dani Ceballos so free Real Madrid bobu ko nim ESPN e wo Brazil unse ESPN omo wo nkrabata bebre na ESPN Brazil for enra no report to say Rodrigo agree so be ko Liverpool team no story no ken enye sa netie Rodrigo ne representatives aye outsourcing omo aka kire Pini Zahavi oye super agent say in case adwen sesa na Rodrigo Real Madrid for decide so beton a on team kese emfama ono Rodrigo so Rodrigo representative say ne relate na busuafo and control no enti oma consult super agent Pini Zahavi so Pini Zahavi sa ko share Liverpool for no ana Liverpool e de two Pini Zahavi anim say eye no kre player ba ko omo interest oni mu no eye Rodrigo na assistance na omo focus eye striker Isak enti Liverpool for jitu mu say o manage Rodrigo ne ho ana ma Pini Zahavi communicated say Rodrigo ne entourage say eye no kre say Liverpool for so manage omo ho so eye ne entourage ne key information no e de come ESPN Brazil say Liverpool for kra say o manage a boy ne ho by Abrante friend say Rodrigo no Liverpool for forbid enko Real Madrid Liverpool for forbid enko Rodrigo nemum Liverpool for express interest e Rodrigo and to story now be say Real Madrid ain't receive any offer for Rodrigo no no correct Liverpool for bid enko Rodrigo receive any official bid from Liverpool the interest e wo say Liverpool for pe Rodrigo Chelsea and Xavi Simons agreement to her verbal agreement to her Xavi Simons agia tum so bobo Chelsea boboku no Chelsea agia tum say ope Xavi Simons omo nyina verbally omo agree so na was Chelsea share lives economy negotiate bibia omo negotiate e advanced stage na Bayern for person omo ye insiechire hene Bayern for no ana person omo ye insiechire hene enti e Bayern for mum ana akwa ko hu Faustino ana ye Xavi Simons ni nua represent on the call Germany at the time at Chelsea catch Faustino say omo nko share lives for no enti Faustino ko pie mu e Germany no ana Bayern fo e ko share Faustino say omo so e interest e Xavi Simons mu enti bid bi at Chelsea be di bia omo ye ready so betimi out be Chelsea because no omo focus e ya branch defense Luis Diaz omo wie Luis Diaz omo pe number 10 because they say Musiala epra enti omo probi oba be ho Xavi Simons e proper replacement e obetimi be ho enti Bayern fo na person ko yensi echi ni by assistance now Bibi answer ye team or besan Xavi Simons a Chelsea
and Xavi Simons decision say onko training and now when see ho and the Martinez when see ho and again on bebo against Atalanta and also Ombobi so now player nka bibi NC dey intimando we team na free ne IG
ni bibia
onko training wa boycott say onko training bibi koso between Xavi Simons ne Leipzig kana because a normal deal at Chelsea call Bayern Munich equal or you play or train but this is a player training or some training
onko
says onko training and pay one call and also when see match against Atalanta so Ombobi e dey na ekoso ma Xavi dey na ekoso
dey ekoso ni nyina na say Leipzig for no am mu aye dene e dey ama e ni suitors no onse na omo so gentleman agreement at the time our Leipzig e kwa kofa Xavi Simons so mutu ya 50 million euros Leipzig for no ebe say to say on clause until Leipzig for no decide say omo beton nim pokura na e wo say omunye ska en affect bobuku no enemi no mienu nim say team ba kwa o negotiate a den obagini sika ye Leipzig check omo records ni nyina o he Soboslai he Valdio just name them until omo ye team ba kwa e ska na omo pe no mbeje ana Chelsea koshi omo no Chelsea person omo negotiate a next can from ana Leipzig for no ete so kakra de ma Chelsea but still na Chelsea person omo sa negotiate money ba from bib ene ma Chelsea e ka che e Xavi Simons for still no say e bo na omo pe Leipzig for na yire so na anhwe ye omo pulling out enti Chelsea for no communicating Chelsea for the pressure ko go for still no so say omo anhwe ye omo pulling out ana boy no so person move ko Chelsea enti say omo ntimi anfa pressure to Leipzig for no so na Chelsea twe omo a e be den so benya team bi obaba say oba betua say ska
nje say boycott no training na won kono because of say obesa Leipzig for no or force omo de ma Chelsea
omo accept Chelsea for bid no
njono ne bofu club no
ne bofu club no
na so omo 50 million
omo 50 million
okay
enti say
Xavi Simons
pressure aba so pa yi enti ye hwede ba akwa akosie na so you mean there no so you mean na ne contract be 2026 Daniel Levy Ledley Ken ana Thomas Frank sampany for me we share so you mean Daniel Levy Ledley Ken ana Thomas Frank share so you mean no ana mo sa ko share CAA base limited for no say on person boy in renew by so you mean communicate to mo say na ne target ye say after 10 years obetime free Spurs oba Spurs bobo konim 2015 we did 10 years e was Spurs team nim 10 seasons no 454 games 173 goals 101 assists and waje a special trophy Europa League Diama Spurs. It's about time in team penifom yensa no Daniel Levy Ledley Ken and Thomas Frank Asia boy no Oma ampupo muti or catch boy or catch penifo na no in penifo ne sia na say me no ka say most likely so be join Los Angeles FC na Robinho eba no Robinho Junior osi akan de Santos say Santos for say the next big player on beton no about Europe Robinho Junior omo the release clause akọ 100 million euros Robinho bana we 17 years no Santos for say omo hu ball na akra na ebo no
say 100 million
euros the release clause akra ni 100 million euros say omo sa the number 7 jersey na ma no was Santos enti 100 million euros na omo the echo na Ken on say transfer headquarters ye ka asema yemboa enu am be ka cho say Atletico Madrid Diego Simeone aka kire Enrico Serrose say ope Makasado free Barcelona emi be breaking story no on say enam baby I say Barcelona say ombeje na say ne sitie Barcelona communicate o man kan kire Makasado omo ka kire Wasserman onim say Makasado ne Andre mu na wo the same agency
oni did you know
Wasserman ana Barcelona communicate kire Wasserman for say after dem betima accept bid no say the tie ne say on person making a big sale Femi Lopez, Casado, and Araujo. Casado, the any 30 million plus. Frankie Dion, the any Femi Lopez, the any 60 million plus. And Araujo, the no, 60 million plus. And it's 3 players, no. Ombet my baby, Anna, Majid Ashemero. St. Pauli, Germany, Bundesliga, at the bid, Ekoye. Omode 3 million euros for Anderlecht, so mo per Majid Ashemero. Anderlecht for so mo per 5 million euros for Majid Ashemero. Disasi. Newcastle for na catch Chelsea for say omo trainer omo solve striking problem no mu hia omo the bid about Chelsea for disaster. Now during the negotiation between Liverpool and Newcastle na Ken wey exclusive. On say Newcastle for no Saudi public investment 85%. And Newcastle Liverpool team no Fenway group. Liverpool ko share Newcastle no. Newcastle paying for public investment fund no. Omo catch Fenway for no say omo ton Isak e de Liverpool. America for nimbe invest or Saudi. Newcastle 85% Saudi public investment fund omodia.
Okay.
Into Amakache Liverpool for say so mo ton Isak e de mo ma omumbe invest or Saudi tiken. Bebre na wa ha say bebre na wa ha say na
transfers.
Darwin Nunez there no bid no 70 million euros. Ana Hilal for the call 70 million. Ana Federico Chiesa.
Darwin Nunez 70 million.
Yes. Federico Chiesa so Fulham and Celtic about for loan.
Federico Chiesa.
Yes, loan.
That is 70 million for IDSA. Darwin Nunes then say what you crack Ezekiel 45 boy boy 45 and 40 70 the omodi bi kopa
January and Mekaya El Nasafo omoba for Karumi Tuma omo 75 million pounds in a buy and omo boguye. Quickly they moved to Darwin Nunez. Ken sign on the bar for Darwin Nunez. Then you're 75. Now 75 Liverpool are rejected. Oh Hilal June we your August. Oh they 70 neighbor. Or Jaya okay,
the European clubs no one better 70 apart from Saudi Arabia.
So the Saudi Arabian club should put up a proper offer.
Xavi Simons almost didn't hear Nabufo near the Buffa.
That guy, he needs to be very careful.
Nabufo maintain Nabufo nasi.
Share Leipzig any club with Tisika top player. And I don't know what Lois or Penda. And I the highest. Anyway, on which you have 50 million euros. In fact, total package na 80 million euros. But 30 million euros add-ons no one realizing in fans on try. Into 50 na which year. The idea for RB Leipzig can say Yanton na ye Jessica no na ye wad near to free PH for ni nsemu a ye betimi aton amo bi foforo ye ton ade na na omo ye e na amfa and say boy the performance last season she dey so now Chelsea comes and now conference okay ye 50 million euros akofa player Chelsea should give us 70 Chelsea see into okay Francis Fabra na Chelsea for nyam fam maya why are you pushing the move and they say no Jesus Christ say Xavi Simons per se Leipzig for 50 million euros
the omo de kofana na
not fair
the omo de kofana na
enye fair ba kokra
and Chelsea for one count in 51 say no money for so 1 million
okay you see
but Xavi Simons omo mani twema e be den so bi be twa ses kakese no
Leipzig ye business omo anka say nim say business na mfa but 50 million euros dabi onje I think 60 million euros a ideal na just one more car when you for so be 10 million I mean they are good to go into tio Leipzig for nan ka so mon ton no this is where the argument the boy is not getting. Leipzig say we will sell you but at the right price. Into say or pressure be the McLaren will be it should go to Chelsea. What's the common I'm making? Because there are clubs who are setting down to say the Newcastle for a year. But wait, I am willing to sell. Name give us the proper price that we want, which is 60 million euros. It makes a lot of sense. But no, at the end of the first will be any so. Say, me ko yi RB Leipzig e fee me IG so for what purpose? Anyway, yeah, they were ha. Yeah, baby, biane yeah kitu ebi so about Makasado situation. Ken, omo bokwan e de ama Gavi na wadwen ma so. And now na Hans the Flake ebe ye interview say captaincy no ono ohu Gavi as part intime enye mo won said omkoto about the Gavi Becker captain for no any problem. And Hans the Flake say ohu Gavi as a 6 and the number 8. Now take this say yeah be call World Cup Gavi no say only position wa Barcelona as a some per position mano Hans the Flake per boy na some say now no preseason about Gavi Pedri. Now Frankie de Jong never fast 6 because last season time Hans the Flake ebeba no we are all discussing Barcelona need Deku. They were discussing someone no fan as a number 6. They discussed Martin Zubimendi and Rodri Dimbemu. They discussed a lot of players, including Nico Gonzalez, Nano Porto, and now no call Manchester City. No, into Barcelona 4 pen number 6. Me what? And no more preseason. Coach say, let me go and try Marc Casado and Marc Bernal because before preseason, I don't see any deco akoshe Barcelona Athletic for Bobo. And I'll say, Marc Casado, he was the captain of Barcelona Athletic. And the Marc Bernal can go try omo, but may try omo search in the market for number 6. Nyamia dom, omo ko preseason no, and I call Fadima Marc Casado, and Marc Bernal, and Barcelona forces and the Yejai number 6 to. And you rush season him. Ideally, they're not a senior mum, a Marc Casado. But Mark Bernal no enya coach ni munyam because oba na born na obo no coach ni penasam. And na Mark Bernal started say obo and ko pray. And na Mark Casado take it over. Mark Casado bossa November. Luis de la Fuente, Spanish national team, Omokobo, Switzerland, ne Denmark, Omo freno. Into this guy was speaking at the right time. And December no onya slight injury na Frankie de Jong Sansube take it over bio. Into number 6 no, he moved from Mark Bernal to Mark Casado to Frankie de Jong. And Frankie Abosam as they say Frankie de Jong na yam penasam say wabe the main guy in the team. It is a say Barcelona format for no. I have Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Dani Olmo. Where is Xavi? It is a say no. Cesadia. I was Barcelona share possible options. I will feel because number 6 one I cano. Say Mark Bernal ya Feta. I have Frankie de Jong, Mark Bernal, Xavi. In any case, I couldn't wear the Eric Garcia can play there. Into options na adoso I was 6 position because coach no number 8 party say game no we dia no bebo Xavi as number 8 but proper game Barcelona per control on bo Xavi as number 8 Xavi no so bebo no as number 6 into say no options na adoso and yes adia we would love to keep Casado no dey Barcelona from pamu no gidigidi saa o team ni mu nemom se bi di bia bana eyo okay they are good to go. Some catch or say, win the way, Barcelona will have to sell a player. Supporters will be bigger. But that's the reality. Inti, Casado ni die, Kodie, says Sika Basisia, Barcelona will allow him to go. Nemo, where do we fix Xavi in this conversation? Can all the Xavi be saying, yeah, call World Cup. Xavi it's not bench or uncle World Cup. They say it is a major headache for the coach.
That's all Momo idea. Oyi Casado, Xavi, Onurubiana. David, you say Casado no yadi chem.
Say no, Barcelona
because on to Pedri, on to Olmo, on to Frankie de Jong.
Yes.
Omo na ifa better chen.
And see the problem they say Barcelona nkwada no mo akwa testi national team.
Obi epibiako.
Femi Lopez ni situ also no so omo complaining kakra kwada no bo national team. Obo national team ebo Olympic Games ni bi under 21 no ginem. He was all over.
He's also in your position.
He's what the bench on your body.
Magabi to me ball left also. So we Obekaya.
Left wing go. And they say Xavi the man. Na left wing go no.
Say why ma?
Why ma Rashford ni Hafinha ho into ntimi mo ho. And number 10 one coach on try because number 10 only sa technical ability to play number 10. 10 aye Dani Olmo, Femi Lopez. 8 one aye Pedri. She say oh you're untouchable. Into 8 one and now the Xavi akwa Pedri but Pedri ni fit a Xavi on bobo ni bi. And a 6 one Frankie de Jong so aji one afa.
She say Xavi is why fit.
Say why fit. And now also why fit. He's ready to he is ready to play the rest of the games. Back to what position? To what position? What we did. Let's answer about transfers in him. We a story about Hakimi. Now, let me take few minutes and explain what is happening. Near man, question wo. Again, me say Kylian Mbappe ababo team be defending a down for pa. Na down for ne Hakimi. And now no more Puerto Rico. Na mama nchira asem we mu kakra. Girl no your friend Emily. Na asam no ni nyina na say Hakimi ni girl no na omo chat wo Instagram na asami esi about 2 years ago. In fact omo chat wo Instagram sa na e was so mushia to say the be man ni oba ehia ne bi na on the 24th of February 2023 and now my lady ne buy nsi girl ni be drew ye no. And now we just Oshano fear inside. Now, from this point, this is the narration of the lady. I'll do koya penny for so assembly. Gana say Ora fear hono. Hakimi F.A. no.
Ura Hello
Kisina. Akwaba, welcome.
Say Emra again misa or only misa.
Say no ma Akwaba.
And also no fena no.
Of hena no. Intino also Mura ho was Hakimi cry no according to story. I say girl no akana no too much into fena no so so kosoro ko run no. Ati we ni bi keka no. Na this is the version of the lady. He alleges because court they be prove say no cry na say no cry say. Hakimi from nyina tete won Hakimi ban was so often ano esuso no Hakimi say bi eso ne nufu. Na ordinance e blockade ne ties baako and ordinance baako ti say Bruno Fernandez digital penetration.
Emra na girl no enyanka bibi anche ne say me pese me bibi.
Girl na say time according to the lady, and again this is according to the lady. Say Hakimi a digital penetration. I can't digital penetration at the said ye Kruma a taka no fingers, you know, he was just fingering. Sana Kruma mutaka no ordinance sebi erera nasi. Into no according to girl no say okay say dabi uja funjai. But na uja fu enyai. Sana girl no a allergy kikageka nensam. Pacho what did you see? Inti or say actually bufuye a catch and say one can say Hakimi yes sir and Hakimi yes sir. Inti girl no say of our phone a testing a down for a fan Nadia Chenny Niama na ACC e Hakimi feel.
Or say Hakimi the off finger no. Okay.
Oh, and can digital penetration use sir.
Okay.
Sabro for we use the digital penetration.
Na Ghana you use to
Ghana they kind of into no it's according to lady no say na see and now dey bufuo efifie hokoye but none na down for no air chat e che ne niam na ECCCC wo inti okọ post station but first ne say Ghana so okọ post station wanya na adwen so pesa asam ne ko public and wanya nya adwen so be press charges. Name no person apostifo minim de no person che nti ukọ ye there is a person be press charges but asam no okokan we ye weekend as weekend in fact ofri Hakimi fie ho Saturday 1:15 a.m. Oko on the 24th which was Friday nti oko Friday in Yomra ofri ho no anajo 1:15 because Hakimi ka so we training Saturday anopa no and ofri fie ho into 1:15 a.m. and ofifie no call police station because say this initial or not say on press charges that's according to the lady into say omo na story ni leaky call le Parisian into asam leaky call bonti na pressure started say about post for no say asam no post for ni na ediesie na post for no say lady no cry be yes asam no on Samson si hebio so they had to investigate no pressure about post for no so. And lady no kofa lawyer lady no kofa law so asem no press they still insisted so investigate asem no
okay
and lady ne dey WhatsApp messages time asana lady ne show woni nyina na or sending messages ama na down for say Hakimi ayemi say why me say inti asem na was like Hakimi so no lawyer be chechi omo party na according to ono so say anya ne sa osof omofia na ni die omofia o man
na die ababo an ka say Hakimi aye no why bi da
dabi
okay
say Hakimi asem na ba na me asem ya odi be shem ye nti no me nti die si ye no o die ba me
footballers na man die party die en kanwi Hakimi kura die man na mean no Hakimi die man no kura die nya na omofa ne agro kura
ala asem wo nti no also wanye ne sa also no die also like omofia man no also ni sisi chikeke but say we need die wanye they toss you can you see metie Daniel mu aka asem bi na ne nkomo no say ye di no Barcelona Madrid nkomo a enya me de yie because ye fa context nto nkomo ne chi Daniel mo say o feel say Barcelona are better signings at Real Madrid this current window. Inti senior you see nim na dada no Barca be also LA Madrid season way.
E better than
because again last season almost show 4 and now so making better signings windows way at Real Madrid. Na signings ni signings man because Barca afa Juan Garcia wafa Marcus Rashford and now wafa Rooney Baji 3 plays we can note this. Madrid afa Dean Howson, wafa Trent Alexander-Arnold, wafa Alvaro Carreras Fernandez, and wafa Franco Mastantuano. But Osha signings we are than you almost say Barca will better signings a chain that's of Madrid. Now this is where the context is. before Hansi Flick he may take it over no. If you do remember very well, last season before Hansi Eba no, Madrid had won the league, no more Sansuaji Champions League. It was a season, Madrid ball season in also one game pe. See, the contest is that before Hansi Flick came, Madrid was on top. They were on top, because won the Champions League, won the league no lose so back up. In no level was okay. And the Madrid cofa Kylian Mbappe Sanso Beckham already established team. Again, Barcelona who were struggling. Na Inyaman Koyen Farmamu. They were struggling to sign players because for Danny Owu. Signing a normal pair Nico Williams, they did not get it.
Okay.
Inti Ufa window, not the first window of Hansi Flick. Clearly, you could say Madrid had a better transfer because one, they had a good team, they had brought on Kylian Mbappe. Barcelona had a bad season and almost transfers so okay. But every season, we all know what happened. Barcelona came on top. Now, come to this particular season. Season when go away. Offer Barcelona for signing Somalia. Juan Garcia, he's coming to start. Rashford or your backup. Rooney Baji or your backup. If you take out Juan Garcia, Barcelona signings they are strengthening the bench rather than strengthening the main team. Madrid, Dean Howson is coming to start. Trent, for now he will start. Alvaro Fernandez ebe starting. Mastantuano na ebiowe feature but into 3 of their signings so far. Signings are ebe strengthen the first 11. Maybe I told you the yes because say in common only quality say Trent Alexander-Arnold Onimbobo ebia Barcelona sign now. You are wrong. That is not the argument. The argument is that those players, are they going to strengthen the team or they are not going to do that? Any matter of qualities. What I say? The better arguments they say. Now, Madrid has strengthened on first 11, Barcelona has strengthened on bench. Then it depends on what will happen in the season, how the coach will use them. Because last year, say did just the sign in Sechia. And Barcelona and Timin contested Madrid, yet they contested them. Bruno Fernandez, kids baby.
First one,
Chambe 1 minute.
Okay, Bruno.
Timer Hilal 100 million eba nanu ya June we are. Bruno Ebeka se omono. He made statements via Bese nyina ya adwenkoso. First, or say Madrid, but only Manchester United for the side. Manchester decided said they will not sell him. 2, Man U for catch and say omu hie sika bia. 3, Ruben Amorim catch and say ohiani ye pa. Oh we no. And on say the offer was exciting. Na offer no eberman aye easy edia man because there were Portugal players in Saudi Arabia. Now, Obia will make such statements. We are tired to say that offer no na exciting. I think kokoha enka adaptation ebe easy diamond because Portugal players no na a chat window at the tour sakwano. What do you mean de? Now, say El na say Ronaldo Portuguese. Jorge Jesus, the former coach Portuguese. Joao Felix Portuguese. Sporting director Simayo Portuguese. CEO, acting CEO Semedo Portuguese. Into Portugal team and the whole CCA. The adaptation is not a problem. Now, this is where the problem is. Aquano Osuru. So free man you are. And someone back can win the chinning yansam ketua.
Bonyabeko.
Nyame aduma September be 31 years old. Inti Eden say he's a legend. Last season it was all about him. Everything went through him. So just one quite to say Sim no struggle na wo legend we jaye ho. Inti say yes sir. Ken Sikana nkofo ne bie so diama Bruno Fernandez. Say yes sir. Man you cry. Me yes sure board of directors 100 million kombeju and yes supporters ne coach ni suro musuro se bia supporters ne beka se wo good team no a. And the offer is good for Bruno. The offer is good for Manchester United. Name footballing aspect a very disaster if Manchester United allows Bruno Fernandes to leave.
Ken, Mubeswana.
Ken media me Bruno Diankameko.
No, they say, I cry, you
Oh, Xavi. Can make us out because there was a player I had the team bia Bruno Fernandez I Manchester United. Onyanji adibia some Bruce bia at least waboma Manchester United at GFA Cup. Menkase pe the United standard o GFA Cup away BB Derby. But looking at the crop of players will be sure more Manchester United. Anyone on the ball and not obo. Any day waboma team na team ya jene die. Me who Bruno Fernandez say why bad for Manchester United. And we shouldn't forget. So a player or 31 years old in football or 30 years or yakokra. It's how many years na ka Bruno Fernandez enim. Yensha Manchester United team na ohonum say siano. Manchester United team na dawo say siano within the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Trophies abebuama Bruno Fernandez. Ejina Brane. And then himself, a team are competing when we talk about great players of football, like winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League. What is the guarantee that Manchester United will Bruno Fernandez a manager? There is no guarantee. And then me assure say Manchester United supporters say Bruno you nia. Obekia tum say baby what do na say oko. Why any part dey ama club no? Yes say so ye bi ono no why any dey awie. Bruno born our body ama Manchester United no. Okopie Man City, okopie Real Madrid, okopie Barcelona, okopie Bayern Munich. Probably nka wagigi nkru wa bia ama ni mo ayedu anka ye ka great midfielders abebo footballer. Anka the Bruno Fernandes be kan. But because he played for Manchester United, when to me anya sa ade no. Ntine ken for me die baby Bruno gina ne die me Bruno anka me kono makwa jiska no. Because there was all your way. Manchester United equal and Quampo Pesi to Intiminto. Because he can ho club Nankasa Susu Hieska. They are only afraid say Omoma Bruno Kwa supporters the Becasa. I don't know Musro, but Timmy baby Ojinano. So be more 100 million. Manchester United. Ken one Laporta ko interview no BBC na say 10 years Barcelona nye Champions League. On country almost a team be anywhere so betimi age Champions League every season. And in football, Champions League started 1955. You born 70 years. Team awaje kese pa awaje say. Waje 15. It is a yabo competition in 70 years. Now say the awaje kese pa age 15. Then clearly it is not a trophy you're dealing with ease. When it comes to the Champions League, every trophy has their drought. Like every team. I want a drought period or one or come retintia more dear Champions League no one to be. The last time I asked J Champions League, open one of the teams to my successful our Champions League want to be near us and film our 4 trophies. The last time our J Champions League was in 1995. There were 2025 more. There is no guarantee said the next 5 years I asked about J Champions League. But this year 2025 no we can 30 years. Ojanje Champions League nibi. Manchester United won their first Champions League title in 1968 and Manchester United gained the first Champions League title ken. Or the second one no. Now Manchester United came 31 years. Or the second one in 1998. After say Oji the first one in 66. Inter Milan echo 45 years after they won their second Champions League trophy. 1945 and Sana Oba 2010 45 solid years no one J Champions League. Real Madrid bobo na waje Champions League kese pa no. Madrid won their 6th Champions League in 1966. Ochem 76. Ochem 86. Ochem 96 saying 30 years. 1998 and Oba J the 7th Champions League trophy or 32 years. Trophy drought in the Champions League. And so you got Champions League history. And Real Madrid na Champions League ne kese. Onumpo timi ko 32 years abra wanje Champions League. It say about Champions League 10 years. Na sa Barcelona Nibia. Enye news. Barca is building a team. They are playing well. Mo bi amfa pressure bi amama to Barcelona so. Sa 10 years in semen no. Ebinimo kwetwem. It is the Champions League we are talking about. Say about competition 70 years then they wa budget kese agi 15 a. It's a seka bibi kirewo. Ken say Liverpool bobo ne ya o decide say or back it off. To send news down and number 110 no from the Alexander Isak dealer. Newcastle as a club has nothing to lose. Anka Liverpool
waboa Newcastle. Make us because Alexander Isak any 1 year contract with Newcastle bobo ko. There are teams that play maybe a kind of 1 year. Office banner so decide this on tonwa. There is going to be a lot of pressure on you. Shekwaya Real Madrid, episode di Liverpool faso. Because Konate ti one na wo si aka na Liverpool na kind contract 1 year. It is a 1 ton in it. That's a kwada na extend the contract no a. Ebe wi ase na wo baba be lose no be fan for free. Na wanya kapre akwa bad business. It is a kobase office ba sika ba. Such a player you are going to be forced to sell. And Liverpool super so this idea na be the Crystal Palace because Mark Gay ya kind contract 1 year. It is one on a train. Na se Konate antena. Madrid fa Konate for free no. Na Liverpool so kwa kofa Gay for free. So no so na me si aka fa mo no Liverpool. But the case of Alexander Isak saying it here. He has a contract running aka 3 years. E Newcastle wo ko nim. The contract ni be June 30, 2028. It's enka 1 year. Now pressure by Newcastle bo ko no say chinchira on ton because akwada na ten after this particular season obeko for free. Not just the Newcastle aboka sika bebrebe buy na wanye. The top hierarchy when it comes to the playing body with Newcastle bo ko no senior players ni nyina ye meeting. And no makwa share the technical team no makwa share technical team ne say project no more building no say be ko yie na de omo hwehwe no mo nta be kan e wo so ma Alexander Isak tena. It's Newcastle ko the playing body and here player because they feel say he's the ideal man for their striking department. Omo ka che coach na coach ne say ono so ne mpa ebo no because ni suro nyina ne say Isak be job ho no na wako. It's playing body ne pay Isak amanatena. Technical team ni pay Isak amanatena because omo nyina anim to no betimi lead attack na amade omo hwehwe bi omo nzaka. It is such a player and the contract aka 3 years. A player and the technical team here no. Na playing body ni here no. Se wo na obaba beto. Na se wo decide se wo ma meto a. Team na nkasa na oni ni digwa no. E na wo boa team no. And who Liverpool and right from day one our transfer market in the American. Wa na ye clear ni obvious. So number 1 option for the striking department is Alexander Isak. It is so decided to do na ya want to aswa. You are rather losing. Newcastle bobo ko ne de en mpa bo no obo na mana bam because ono no peso keep player no and na wo bo na keep no so we decide say work it offer. Can players na omni team or contractor they put up certain behaviors said the beya omo feel so omo show omo displeasure e dey create team no na and am so my team na jai players na mo mako. Xavi Simons de en na mu Ademola Lookman de en na mu. But the obey bia so be delete team na free by your Instagram. Obe delete team the videos, the pictures, the free page or social media to show to the team say obofu any bibiano. No matter what you do. Ultimate working out of the team. Say 2 minutes kita on kwa. But this time say ultimate working out of the team nintino. You have to find ways amobe settle bibia amicably. Na team never turn one or turn one out. We've seen players na offers about for them. Not teams in ready for mobeton. But they be based on the kind of relationship community team in the war. Based on the kind of relationship community team in penny for one. They decided that some serious say Janamanico. Whenever I am talking about situations like this or things like this, no ma Rio Ferdinand or Manchester United. Rio Ferdinand said time and no Leeds United no. Or say Manchester United offer no. Or you're not going to say was so about Manchester United bobo no. It's quite be or befaso. No about Manchester United be obebo. But one rebellion against the club by friend is Leeds United. One quanko delete pictures of a Leeds United. When decided to unco training job Leeds United. But what he did was that no one CEO at that time had a good relationship. If you co training and opabiano upon ya no co CEO in the office. No ni CEO not tenase. But this is Manchester United peme. Me pese me kona me kokobo Manchester United. There was a me ye maye. Then he talks to the CEO calmly in a nice way to convince him say the be ombe jana manako. Oba training and numero upon at the same to the point ya no ko CEO in the office. No ni na kwa di nkomo. O pese okobo Manchester United because of few say United they are big to the extent say and the be na realizing the full potential. Gradually he did that. CEO never team player na say and in pennyphone kasa ye convince omo e mo mu join man join Manchester United.
Benya de bia so na ekosa eboa. Mamem fa a Luka Modric and example. On a Daniel Levy. See one ten of one see. What you say? You training and not as chess. What you say? Oh yeah. And Luka Modric. Inti enye da bia na one force we are you be criticize more force on we.
Yeah.
What you say? Because we be force we are you na ye ba be attack sa player no say the Xavi Simons so ye say you carry here then.
Yeah no.
Oh yeah no na ye come once him. But Luka Modric a typical example. One yes anka da Levy amananye den.
Anko.
And can Luka Modric is saying.
That is very true. But in all these players I can want them like almost set a price tag. Not team na baba be meaty. No what for now the neko. But these players price tag now almost set no. Teams in everybody meaty you. It did over to me I say only omo bekasa. Na say A B at no mo bete so no matter so.
When him say players in their club say din koma. Enema be breakum, especially in fan say player be say one crown and team one say omo feeling pa. Yen fa say la me yama. Contract no the Barca be sign no. You won be brew wa Hugo Mendes BJ mu. What you say in terms of say do baby no ba be kwa. But be promise so dey be 5 years, so be 10 years why a legend. Time now be wa say wo kono club no. Edo contract na we sign no. E dey say madwuma ya amoye ya. And no mo dey be ba make say contract ana
Sure.
And the whole contract na be this so.
Enti
Nsem na omo kan de de ni nyina nyeden. Emba say the krata so.
yeah. Enti ade ba ko ne say at the end of the day team ni 2 minutes gina. It is all rebellious saying. Not team ni decide say the oil no koye him in ton working. There na so be. Only option bia. It also find a way mo be settle things amicably. Because a team ni decide say the why nyina say o ma train so ye dey okay yen ton. What are you going to do as a player? Because at the Mola Lukman situation, Atlanta abosika ope. Intentimi for Sesko na mai. Xavi Simons situation the same thing. Oma bosika omope. Chelsea nyam meeting sika na omope no. So can you blame the club?
Ademola Lukman when it's Atlanta fan the cheapest around 20 million here. 20 million. Inter 40.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to say waje Europa League amount, waje or the Wabobo Champions League.
And
say do baby say the players in the feel. So what you say?
Yeah.
O family cheap. O de me buy no. Masai ye niema ba ku mienu bia ba.
E di amount.
Me pese me movie. Dia na also be ya ma me. Why you so den. But there be a clubs. You real players.
Ken say elanga mu ye 50. Ne e catch us Ademola Lukman for bika ho. So onye bone.
There's a langa money you mo dia na obi aji gina.
Ken price tag of certain players. Enu na bi mo so hwa so dia to mo so key players. Into omo nya eboni bia the players in them find the ways no one settle things amicably than the omo ye no because the omo ye no ensesa hwe can Rooney Badji, he's a good player, he's a quality player no doubt, but so be better na Barcelona now be feel at home keke no enye enough. You came as a footballer, you have to play. Rooney Badji shouldn't forget say one of the most difficult tasks I be na brabum they move to Barcelona this year. If you are a young player, I'll be feeling out the bench and Kenya problem. Back in the say if you are sitting on the bench behind player friend is Rafinha and your problem. At least Rooney Badji 19 years. Rafinha is way older than him. It's your back the jaw. Now if you are warming into the shoes when your opportunity abo. But Rooney Badji at Barcelona you want backup. Lami Yamal backup. Lami Yamal na ye kan ho asem. Say see open one of the best players we are won't me money Lami Yamal fem film. And Lami Yamal now or till Rooney Badji anim na Badji and backup no. It's an 18-year-old player. It's Rooney Badji as a player shouldn't feel so comfortable with Barcelona. And also making sure so Baba working his way through. Now at least while one of the most relevant players. Young Ferran Torres mo our status. But anytime they get the opportunity they prove a point. And no be na say Rooney Badji ba no ba be ye. Edema team my friend say Barcelona bo no because 19 they all kwakwa the backup ni 18 years it is a yemfie mu a there is no guarantee say oba be kwa mo aba titi a. So you need to work extra hard to prove a point